How's it going, guys?
Good. It's going good.
Real quick, what do you guys think about abortion?
I think it's great.
For sure. Why is that?
Free. Free. We live in a free country, so I think they can do what they want. Be free to,
That one too.
Yep.
For sure. So, when do you guys think life begins?
I think it begins when you can start, remembering stuff, seeing stuff.
I think it begins when the baby starts developing a brain.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Heart.
biologically, because sometimes people say like you're not a person until you can think or something.
Yeah.
I mean, just like pure biology, right? When would you say life begins?
Never really thought about it, but probably when you're in the womb or something. So
For sure.
Yeah.
I'd say like we know life begins at fertilization, right? Because that's when sperm and egg meet, and then the baby has his own like full set of DNA, his own metabolism, he's growing, right?
Yep.
And so we know that there's an organism there. That's two human parents. That's got to be a human, right?
Yeah.
For sure. So, like that kind of lines up, right? Solid. So, like stepping away from abortion real quick. You guys believe in human rights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree. I do too. So, who would you say should get human rights?
Everyone. Yeah.
Solid. Right. I totally agree. Right.
Yeah.
So, if we're saying all human beings should get human rights, and we know that the unborn are human beings, then doesn't that make abortion a human rights violation?
Yeah.
So, would there ever be any circumstance where abortion's okay then?
I don't think so. No.
I think in cases of involuntary intercourse, like rape, I think then, since it was kind of, completely unwanted sex.
Right. Absolutely. Like that's absolutely tragic for that woman, and that can never be undone, right? And we should support people in those situations as much as we can, right?
Yeah.
So, I totally agree, but is it okay if I use an analogy real quick?
Yeah.
So, let's say there's a woman who unfortunately is raped, right? And it's very traumatic, and she gets pregnant from it, but she decides to keep her baby, and she has good support systems in her life. She's able to take care of the baby and everything, all until the baby turns 2, right? And so now the baby's a toddler, he's a little bit older, and he's starting to look like the man that raped this woman, right? And so now, every time she looks at her baby's eyes, she's reminded of this really traumatic event. She has PTSD. Taking care of the baby is super hard for her, right?
I like it.
So in that circumstance, would you say it's okay for her to kill her toddler because she can't take care of it?
No.
Okay, I agree, right? I'm not saying that's where you guys were at.
Yeah.
But so if we're saying it's not okay for her to take her child's life in that circumstance, then why are we saying it's okay for her to take the life of that child just a few months earlier?
I don't know. I never thought about it. Just kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. So, again, that's super traumatic, and we need to help those women as much as we can. But both lives are valuable, right? And we shouldn't punish this child for the crimes of the father.
Yeah.
Right? Would you guys agree with that?
I agree.
For sure. So, would you guys say then that there's any circumstances where abortion's okay?
I don't think so. No, I think you changed my mind.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that. What about you?
Yeah, I think I'm with them there.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, that's great, guys.
I appreciate it.